Hello and welcome. My mic on. Yeah. Get all a bit paranoid at some of that stuff now. Since I'm not one of the cool people with access to Deathloop, we'll just have to play some Dyson Sphere Program. Right, let's hit continue. I've been away on holiday for a couple of weeks, so I'm not fully and entirely sure where I am in the game. I should be about to start science, I think. I think that's where I got to. Oh, we're so slow. Oh my lord, we're slow. Let's have a look at the technology to start things off. I don't think I'm not researching anything at the moment, and everything else needs actual cubage, doesn't it? Which you can hand make cubage. Okay, so everything needs cubage. What about in the upgrades? Is there anything we can do upgrades-wise that doesn't need cubage? Ooh, that's 2 cubage. Oh, okay, so we can do one of them. What about that? Oh, we can't make... I don't know if we can make steel yet, actually. I'm not sure. And that's all cubage. Oh, that isn't, though. Does that consume all of them, or is it just one of them? We'll have a see. Oh, these are all mega cubes. Let's have a look, see. Okay, so if we've got 60 motors, take off, open my inventory. Oh, and a tiny little inventory as well. Can I make them yet? Oh, I can't even make them. Okay. So we get rid of that. What about this? What about that? Does that require all of them? Looks like it requires all of them. Let's get out the thing. Yeah, so that requires all of them, so I can't really do that one either. So we can't do anything research-wise. What we do need to do, though... God, I can't even remember the recipes and stuff. Right, so we need to make blue cubes, and blue cubes are made out of these lads, magnetic coils, and circuits. Now, we are kind of making them, so we could set up, in this area, basically, so we could set up a teeny tiny little temporary construction area to get us some blue cubes, to do some research. But what we need to ultimately do... Why is there only... Oh, we're so slow. Am I empty or something? No, the battery's full. Yeah, we got like coal there. Let's just top that up. You get like boost, you know, recharge boosts from various things and stuff. So this isn't quite filling the belt, is it? I mean, it's obviously dragging some away for that. So that's sort of why it's not quite filling it. But oh, what was the? Was it Control C? Just oh no, that's blueprint mode. What was? Is it shift click? There we go. So we can just add on, say. Oh, we need power. Somebody forgot the power. Shift copy. There. Won't let me put any more in there. Okay, so if we grab one of these, say plop it in here or something. Right click, isn't it? Oh yeah, I need to fiddle about with the audio settings for this game. Game main volume, sound effect volume, tweak that down a little bit. Don't mind the ambient. Or is that the... Maybe that's the... That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yes, so... That's still not filling the belt though. But I guess these are eating some of what's coming out. So we could do another one. There we go, that's a bit closer to full. Yes, so if we do a little temporary production area for cubes of blueness. Because it's these two we need, basically. So we can just stick something on the end here. Now I'm going to have to make... Oh, I've made some laboratories. Okay. Now, I honestly can't remember how I do any of this stuff. It's weird. You forget, you know, what you're doing effectively. So I seem to remember... Do we make blue cubes? Yes, we do. That's right.
Oh. You can use it to make super matrices or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
I don't have a clue what that last sentence means. You can benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously. Don't know what he means there. Right, so this takes in those two, doesn't it? Yeah, so we can just grab one here and grab one here. We're going to need some power. So how about we put it on the other side? This is temporary. So I'm not fussed. Because we need to go and basically find a nice place to... Oh, we're so slow. To... You're going to cover the power? Because we've got 3 of these. Oh, you're not powered. You cheeky little monkey. Right. Put some there. Is that cool? So it's making them, isn't it? But then we need to feed one in. My memory is that what we actually need to do then is we feed it into another one. So we have to... Oh, this is going to be in the way then, isn't it? Okay. We then have to put these onto a belt. The blue poops. So one of them. Pop that out of there. Like that. Like that. And then we need a bit more power all around the place. Is that going to cover you? No. It's a bit weird sometimes where it, you know, extends to, but we can put one of these in. The old Tesla lads. Because they have a bigger coverage area. So these are our blue cubes. And then we want an actual lab here. I'll leave a little gap so that hopefully that will help me remember. And then what you do then, you see, is you select the actual research. So you use labs both to make the cubes. I've only got 3 of them left, so it's might as well stick them all in. Yeah, you make the cubes and also consume the cubes in labs. That's more than they can do. Right, so we can now select a cubicized type research. So what do we want to do? That one tells me about distribution on other planets. I'd love to do some of these, but you need red cubes as well. Oh, I can't do that one, can I? Because I've got to make them. Well, where do they come from? Oh, this is upgrades anyway. Which is the research for them? Because we need... You see, we need like steel... And if we've got to do the mech charging, you know, we've got to do that one so that we can produce some of them. Thermal power is very useful. That's fluids. Oh, here we go. Here's your... So we'll make that so that we can then do the upgrade. We will have to manually make them. Oh, well, we don't have to, but we'll manually make them. That one requires steel, doesn't it? Ideally, I'd quite like to do drone engines. And then... Oh, I can't do that without them. And then if we do... What do we want first? Probably... Power would be very useful. That's fast. And then we're going to have to do steel and the purity one. I think you can like queue up 7. I seem to remember. Where we want to get to, of course, is interstellar logistics up there. So it's not too many researches off, but the sort of problem is, is you've got to do like titanium smelting and all of these things in order to make these, because they require. And you see, you got to get up to yellow cubes before you can do it. But we can basically sort of bootstrap our way there. Oh, solar would be extremely useful as well. That's a great one to slap down on planets and just have passive power production. Okay, so we'll queue up those and we'll see where we get to. That should give me. This should just chunk through very soon. You can stack up. So what happens with the labs? In fact, actually, we should do that because this is only one is producing more than this can consume. But you can stack them. I didn't have to do this. I could stick them on top. In fact, why didn't I do that? Let's just make. I can't make any more. No, because I need some iron plate. We've got some iron plate being made somewhere, haven't we? In fact, let's go just do a restock. And where will we go to do that? It's down from where we are. So it's that direction. Because we've got flight now. So we can... is it? Oh, yeah. We can grab some bits and pieces. So we got electromagnetic drive. That's perfect. Let's put some of these back. We seem to have ended up with a whole load of them for some reason. Yeah, so that's them. We then want to make 60 of these, was it? So if we stick that at stack size of 10, we can't because we need iron plate. Where's iron plate? Over here, isn't it? There we go. We got cogs, might as well get some of them. I've only got small inventory, so I don't really want to fill it up. Them, and then we want a good couple of stacks of them to make our drives. What's that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, some more extras. And then, oh, I got loads of them. What about them? A stack of them at least. I'd rather have 2 actually, so if I chuck that in there. No, it didn't really achieve much, did it? Let's put it in there. Might as well get some iron plate again now that we've turned a load of it into electromagnetic drives. And then what was I after? Oh, copper is. Oh, no, I don't really need copper. Let's just get rid of that. So iron plate. I got some copper. Can I get rid of some of that? Like that, maybe? Can I put it in there? No, it's full. No. Right, so. That's the basics. Didn't I have glass being made? So this is the labs. Am I not making glass? Oh yes, here we go. I've just missed it. There we go. Let's go and get some glass. Like that. A couple of stacks of that. And then get some coal. Awesome sauce. Lots of lovely coal. In fact, let's get movement speed of 1 improvement. There we go. Massive 1 meter per second improvement. We are slightly faster, but it stacks up basically. Right, so this is where we're making more interesting things. So let's see if we can. All right, I've clearly set this up for production here. I say I've been on holiday, so I haven't really. I don't really need more of them. Always need more of them. And what else? Miners, yeah, let's have a nice stack of miners. Belts, always need more belts. Nice stack of inserters now. Yes, so what we can do here is we can actually stack them on top of each other. So I didn't really need to do that like that, but that's fine. If we build, say, 2 more laboratories. Was done them already? Yeah, that's quick. Then you stack them on top of each other. And essentially it becomes a question of whether your inserters can feed them in, because it automatically, you don't have to do inserting it. I mean, you can do in actual fact, but you don't. Oh no, not on these. You can do it on. You can stack these up and stick storage in multiple levels, but these you have to put in the bottom. And basically, it's whether or not your inserters, and whether you're obviously making enough, but whether you can actually like produce, whether they can stick them in quick enough, because these only, research at a particular speed. So this hash speed, I still don't quite understand that. I think it's each one of these represents a piece of information which is represented by a hash, and so we're at a research speed where it's consuming 60. There you go. You see, so it's now not making them, all that was stacked up on the belt, fast enough to fill 3 labs. It can only fill 2, and in fact, it can't really even fill 2. But you can get into we can get into the maths of it, later on. But this is just literally to make some, so that we can do some basic researches that will get us the ability to build more interesting stuff. Now, what we really want to do now is sort of identify where will be a good. So I got copper there. Stone. Because we want a. There you go, drone engine level 1, lovely jubbly. So we got iron there and copper there. Coal, although we got iron there as well. Bit of iron there, bit of copper. How big are these? So that's 33 and a quarter. Oh, no, what's this? So we got iron and copper and oil and coal. Is there stone somewhere as well? Stone, not close enough really, but okay. So, and that's around our pole, isn't it? Okay. So that gives the thermal power. That's excellent. We're just working on, what's this? Steel, and then the processing. Okay. So they're quite quick, the researchers. It's not like you have to wait hours and hours and hours for them to make, and you just sort of ramp up your production of cubes and stuff, because you do need very big numbers eventually of science to do the later sciences, but certainly at this early stage. So what I'm thinking is that we build our sort of science build somewhere, our first science build somewhere around here, because we do have sort of stone, we have coal and got the iron plate. It's a little tricky building around the old poles, particularly since we don't have, because most of the land mass is sort of over here, but it's not got, there's quite a few oils on this. We don't have sort of on coal. Is there an oil here somewhere? Well, there's oil there, isn't there? So it's not too far away. Might be easier to build it here, you see, because we're not too fast. We're not too problematic with land over here. Okay. So where is that? Where am I? I'm over there. So it's sort of this direction. So if I... Oh, you see, it does that. Flips it around, basically, and, you know, to orient north and stuff. Where was that? Not too bad. You know, combat. Ah, I think it's here, isn't it? No. So that gets a steel. So we've got copper there. I've lost where that was now. This is sort of the problem of it. It's like the planets are quite generic. You know, there's no polar cap. There's no. This is clearly just a noise function that's generated the terrain. It's not. Ooh, look. It's not. You know. Doing. I think it was here, wasn't it? So if we do north first, so it's sort of there. Where are we? So it's sort of in this direction, I think. Yeah, it doesn't give you a lot of clues in terms of where things are. Really? Ah, is it this copper? Oh, there's oil here as well. So is it this area? Copper. Oh, yeah, it was here, wasn't it? I think. And we can sort of build in this sort of zone here. Okay. Because there we've got oil as well. So what we want to do is basically work out. So that's south. So we want to be building. It's much easier if you build along the meridians, basically. Right, so where do I want to put these? Because that is quite close, that oil. There you go, there's smelting. Now, in theory, what I should be able to do is... Now, which was it? It was like the... That one, wasn't it? Yeah. So if I queue that up, then I should be able to make, I think... Can't I make graphene rods? Yeah. Or was it 60 it wanted? So if we hand make 60 of them, we also need woods, which we don't have any of. I think there's a chest, you know, a box somewhere with some in, but we'll go and grab some trees. Because I think we need 60, was it, something? Shouldn't take too long to grab. That'll do us, I'm sure. Right. So, yes. Where am I going to actually build? Where was the iron? Iron's there. Okay, so if we try and build it so that we're sort of pushing all the material up here. Because we need like carbon rods and stuff as well. How much have I got now? Oh, I got loads. That's all fine. Can I put some of it in the mech? I can. Get rid of it. Okay. Okay. When we get steel up and running, we'll be able to make landfill that'll let me put, because you can't put you know, anything on the water. Once you get landfill, you can fill it in. Let's just stick a few on, like so. Something like that. That'll do. And then use my usual trick of using turbines as power poles, essentially. And we'll need a couple more. At least. It goes blue when you've got enough power. There you go. Obviously going to need a bit more for the actual smelters. Too close. One there. Right. So we have a bit of output from there. Bit of output from there. You can use solar panels. Oh, right, so that's solar panels. And it looks like we have enough gubbins to make...
The data shows this is a planet without natural silicone veins. However, you can still obtain some by smelting stone ore. While you still need a massive silicone collection, you need to find a planet rich with silicone veins as soon as possible.
Yeah, so basically that's like forcing you to go and, you know, explore the other planets, because the other planets will have silicone on them. So, I mean, we can't see at the moment because basically you that's what one of your researchers unlocks the thing that tells you what, what that is, as it were. So, what we can do... So this was 120 a minute, wasn't it? Now, how fast are the belts at this stage? So level 1 belts are only... 120 a minute is 2 a second. And it's covering 4 veins. So that should be... So we can kind of assume that they're all 2 a second. No, that would be more, wouldn't it? So that would be 5 veins. Because it's 30 per vein. 30, 60, 90, 130, yeah. So that would be 150. That would be 180. Crikey. And that would be 210. So, 210. So, well, let's just do it in total. So we've got 4, 9... 10, 16, 23 times 30 is 60 times 9 times 3 is 27. So 87, I think, per minute. Or 870 rather per minute. Effectively 900 per minute, which is 15 per second. And what were these? These are 6. Because what you can do, basically, what I usually do, is you basically stick them into chests. So your actual belts feed into chests, and then you basically then use... because say we can feed these in at multiple levels. And then essentially we have like an output or an output appropriate to that amount that we're feeding in that we want to bring out. So if we want two rows out, I think we can support that. It becomes a little bit easier with splitters, but we should be able to support that. And what we can actually do... Is that a sensible arrangement? I don't think I've put that in a very sensible place, have I? So basically, if we combine these 2 belts... No, that's gone the wrong way. Right, like that. Hopefully that'll work. And then we combine these 2 belts. Right, that's a bit better. And we can just, as many stack inserters of as, how much speed as we can muster. And what I'm trying to do is effectively sort of even it out so that we end up then with essentially 2 belts out. I seem to recall. In fact, could we do 3 there like that? So I end up with 2 belts coming out, hopefully. I don't think we quite fill belts with level 1 sorters. It doesn't like some of this either. It gets a bit funny about angles, trying to put them on. But what we can just do, basically, is loop it back. Because it'll do, those angles, so it's fine with that. But, so it can get a little funny. Too close to another turbine. I've got one in there though. You know you want to let me put one in there. Yeah, you see our current level of insert. Oh, hello, Plane the Aces. It's not Earth. You can put belts on water. Yes, you can put belts on water. You're very right. Hello, I hope you're well. Yeah, you can run belts across water. At this stage, I think that's the only thing you can put across water. Don't know why I did that. All the way out there. Still very slow bots. Oh, I've not got any research going. Hang on. Let's go. It would be nice to do that one so I can find out which planet has got silicon on it. Probably all of them, but. And then I can't do any of them until I do red. Need to make some steel, don't I? Oh, that was quick. Yeah. Oh, that's for this planet, isn't it? Which is the.
You have unlocked the universe exploration.
That's
now you can click the details display button in the lower right corner of the screen to open real-time distribution details of the ore veins.
They need to get a better translation. I appreciate it's only NAXS and it's obviously Chinese team and stuff, but they need to get a better translation done. I don't really want blueprints yet. I don't think. What am I looking for? Oh, I don't want any of them. No, I don't want any of them. Or research speed. No, it's purple, isn't it? That's right. Right, so actual technologies. What can we do next? One more drone. Lovely, lovely. Thought I was going to say something then. Improved logistics system. That's obviously level 2. And splitters. Right, we should do that one. And that gives me... Oh, I thought I'd queued that up already. That's landfill. I don't really... It's a lot of cubes, though. Don't know. I can't do that for red. Don't really need... I guess we could do fluids. It's a cheap one. And plasma we should do. Guess we'll need them fairly soon. And that's them. Refining we should do. Basic chemical engineering. I think we'll leave that one for now. And then we'll do... Which one is it? That one. Oh no, we've already got that. Doesn't it? I thought it... there you go. We'll stick that on. Cool. Okay. Yeah, do all of them. I mean, does it... I can't... Let's have a see. If I click on that one, does it do all of them? Does it just stack it all up sort of thing? Let's have a look. No, so it doesn't... it won't let you do... It's not like Civ where you can just sort of stack all of your researches up. Unfortunately. But yeah, we'll do them in that order. Right, so... Yeah, belts on water. Right, so we need to put these in to a smelting system of some kind. I put them too close, haven't I? Because I need to... Yeah, I need output. Okay, I've put them too close. Now, can't I... Let's just do it by hand. Because all I need to do is just sort of... Oops, what happened there? All I need to do is move it over by one, I think. Unfortunately, I'm not unfortunately. I tend to play Factorio most. And I've kind of got the controls a bit lodged in my head for that. So I have to remember exactly what I have to click to have the same effect. Right, so we want this one. If we set one up, then we should be able to use the old copy and paste now. Or blueprinting. Probably easy with copy and paste. So if we have that coming out of there, because I should be, am I on? Yeah. Yeah, so this is going up. And then that'll let me turn the corner and we'll have a nice orientation. So this one needs to be iron plate. Cool. And then...
You can try to view the whole planetary system, and even the entire cluster, by clicking the star map button in the lower left corner of the screen.
That'll be that one there. So... Oh, it's got fire ice on it. Okay. Where is our... Yeah, so that's got silicon and titanium on it. What has this planet out here got? Okay. Lots of fire ice. Orbital resonance 1 to 2. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, hold down the shift. Yes, yeah, I've forgotten that one, I must admit. Right, so. Isn't steel made from... I say, I started this series 2 weeks ago, and then I went on holiday. I played it through once. Yeah, so you make them out of iron ingots. Is it like Factorio, where you get the nice ratio? Let's have a look. So, so it's 1 second for 1 iron. Oh, improved logistics system. Cool. So it's 3 seconds. 1. Yes, it is. So we can just hook it up directly, can't we? Cool. Okay. That's more for interest than anything else. I'm not actually going to do that, I don't think, just at the moment. So if we do that, and then stick that in there, and that in there. Now I should be able to copy and paste that. Oh, crikey. That's fluid done. Don't you... Oh, I've forgotten. Oh, there we go. If I drag that over... Oh, look, that must be the inserter. Because I didn't have room in my inventory. So if I copy that and do a use now... Yeah, there we go. So, put them there. Collide with other object. But that's the point, isn't it? Collide with another object. Okay. Isn't the whole point that it collides with another object? If I put it there, what does it do? Collide with other object. Erase or litter. Oh, that was my free inserters. Oh well. Why aren't you letting me put that down there? No? Maybe if I try it on... Oh, right. So it has to be completely clear. That's not very helpful, is it? Okay. How do I... Oh! No, didn't want to do that. Okay. Right. Get rid of that then. So if we break that there, and I get rid of them... Oh! That's the thing where it sticks. Let's just get a chest down a little. Because I got all that blooming wood and stuff from doing that research. How do I pick off the ground, is it? I can't click on them. Pick up litter? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Just copy shift. Yeah, that's that one, isn't it? The copy shift. I was trying to learn how to do the blueprinting because I haven't really used it, to be honest with you. So I kind of trying to like practice on a small one, small and simple one. But let's give it another go. Oh no, that's wrong. So it's Control C, and then just drag over there. Like that. And if we just call it, so if I save it, what happens there? So if I just go temp, well, just smelt, like that. Save changes. Okay. Okay. It's not connecting them though, is it? So if I want to access that again, oh, okay, it's just in there. But why is it called new blueprint? Current file path. Oh, thumbnail text. Okay, so smart. Why would you want those to be different? Okay. Yes, I mean, yes, you're right. I like blueprints are for mass production. I'm just trying to learn the mechanics of it because it's a bit alien to me. Save path is your PC. I like blueprints. They're all in the text format and easy to share. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh, I've run out of stuff anyway. Let's just make them. So how do you overlap blueprints then, or is the idea that people aren't going to do like modular blueprints? Because it wouldn't let me plop down. Let's see if we can tweak it then. This is probably not. Apologies, probably that interesting sort of content. If you're already very familiar with it, but say I'm trying to. I mean, this literally. I know they introduced it quite a while ago, but I haven't done anything with blueprints at all, so it is completely sort of new to me. So if I extend these by 1, in a Factorio blueprint, is that unless there's some a bit like Factorio where you can there's a I should put that get that powered as well. Is there some key I can click that let's do another one. That will let it overlap. No? What happened there? I also don't get why it does it as a great big box around. Oh, okay. No? What's that doing? Doesn't appear to be... Right click brings up this grey box, but that grey box doesn't do anything. Okay. So that would be, if I was doing a mod, I mean, obviously it's not, as you say, it's for mass production, but if I was doing a modular blueprint type of thing, then I would want something like that, so it's overlapping. So if we call this, a mod, question mark. Oh, I can't have a... Of course, because it's a file name, isn't it? Oh, I see. It's the save path as in... Yes, right. I see what you mean. It's the save path as in... That is the save path on the PC, and then this is what the actual text file is called. So if we save that blueprint then, and then if I grab that... Oh, it does? What? So why wouldn't it let me do that before then? Is it because it lets you do belts, but it's it's as connected, but not inserters? Maybe that's the issue. If you want to overlap stuff, use Shift Copy and just drag. Use that instant again without a reload. Yeah, I say that's a very good idea. Particularly, I mean, the way Factorio. I mean, I'm going to end up comparing it to Factorio over again because it's kind of the daddy. But with that whole, text file, not like text string, which I mean, it's transferable, but it's not exactly easy to use. It's obviously that. What? Why is it not letting me pick things up? What's on the ground? Oh, there's one over there, isn't there? Okay. Okay, cool. Right, so it's probably not actually where I want this, but let's go and see if I can set up. How are we doing on this one? Where was the copper? Where the heck is the copper? Is there a way of putting pins on the map now? Because that's what I really want. I really want to be able to put something on not on the map, on the planet. Have they introduced that? And it's the shortcut key for it. Because that's what I want. I want to be able to go. This is where my X production is, or this is my copper patch over here. Like the North Pole and stuff. Because I can't remember where the heck this copper patch was that I found that was nice and nearby. Because that's the stone, that's the coal. Maybe if I hit Alt key or something? Shift, Control? No. Oh. We need to go and get some more bits and pieces anyway. But I'm sure it was over here. Oh, there it is. That's the copper. Okay. Right, so where's me? Over there. Sort of this way. No, they've not put it on yet. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if someone's done a mod for that sort of thing, because that's what I really want. Right, so we've got them, I think. Yeah. It's actual machines that I need, which I don't think I'm making particularly. I guess we could add them on. Oh yeah, I am making. Oh no, I'm not making smelters, am I? Okay. Alright, let's get rid of these. And stick one of these on somewhere just to keep it going for a bit. I'd quite like to, because this is literally about to finish, so I'd like to pick it up now, because I've done a bunch of researches that will let me build more useful stuff. So I'll sort of pause research for the time being. And I say I want to go and I want to actually have a science area where I've started making the other place where I was messing about with the blueprints. So if we get rid of all of this. Why am I not? Oh, okay. And just whack it in a chest if I've got a chest. There we go. What else don't we need for the time being? Gives me a bit of room. Get these out of the way. Right, so let's make some. Have I actually got some of them? Yes, I have. Now, I made those two. So we should make some assemblers. Hang on. Where was my cogs? Oh, I'm not making any. Okay, I guess I was making them locally. Yeah, I'm making them locally. Okay. We'll stick them on then. So we want one of them. I don't like that. Yeah, because I don't want it to do that. what I want it to do is, well, let's have a think actually. So if I want to make some smelters, I need stone brick, don't I? So I'd have to set that up. That's annoying. Anyway, so I can make them now. So we want, what do we want? We want iron plate. It's improved it round. There you go. Right, take that further down. Take that down. So it needs. What does it need? It doesn't need circuits, does it? So that's rubbish. It needs them, and then hang on, what are you doing? Well, one of them. Yeah, that's okay. And take the power down there. Right, and you need an output, which I won't have any. No, where are they? Chests. A couple of them. The great mods for DSP. Like you see that production line of all those buildings, pieces you have, that a good thing to prevent for your other seeds. It does have to save time. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of what I was thinking, that I would try and maybe sort of save some of these as blueprints, because obviously this is just a bootstrapping, you know, my aim is to get to, you know, interplanetary logistics as soon as I can, really. But obviously I need, you know, yellow science, is it, up there? So we've got to do quite a lot before we can get up there. And to try and build these as you know, things that I can blueprint and use in future saves, because I've played the game through once, so you know, and it didn't have blueprints or anything. So I want to stick these in a chest so I can grab some of them. Let's just do a couple, and then there's something else that I can make. Oh, without any issues, isn't there? What was that? I'm already making mining machines, aren't I? We should go get some stone over here as well, because we need stone for the thermal power plants and stone for the smelters. Got everything else. So actually these could be one further back, couldn't I? Some of these. Like these ones. We bring the stone down here somewhere. But where is stone? Because there was, there we go, there's a nice little stone vein there. Is that the closest one? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we'll go and grab, or we'll go and smelt a bit of that. Not that I've got smelters, that's the whole point. So I'll make a bunch of them. Got miners though, got loads of them. Oh, I've run out of juice. There we go, stick them in. And where are we? No. There we go, production. I just whack a few in. I don't usually do the whole, you know, cram as many in as you can, really. In fact, that one's always pointless, isn't it, that one? Right, so let's just stick all of these together. We'll take it along this way. Really need to get landfill up and going. Just stick them all on there for a moment, and then we'll pop a couple of smelters on. We want extra bit of space. We want belt to take the stone out. We'll get some. Oh, okay. No, too close, too close. Okay, put you there then. On there. Oh, I'll put that there. Put that there. One there. Why are you not putting the things on, you lazy bots? You got loads of them. Get on with it. Everyone goes for the Swan these days because spaghetti gets old really fast. Spaghetti, yeah. Yeah, I sort of when I did my first playthrough, the bots are so slow. I did my first playthrough. I tried to do a bus, you know, like I don't know if you play Factory. I mean, I assume you've played through this game a few times, but I tried to do. I think they're going slow because I'm out of juice, aren't I? Oh. And that's because I'm still burning coal. Yeah, I tried to do a main bus, as it were, and it was so much hard work. I didn't, and at the time I didn't realise the whole thing with the discontinuity of the lines, basically, so that the grid lines reset themselves occasionally at the meridians, at various I think it's actually at the what do you call them, tropics, basically, but yeah, I didn't even realise that was a thing. So I tried to build a main bus going from like north to south. It was an absolute nightmare. But I just assumed that was, a good or a viable solution. Where the heck is the coal again? Oh, crashed into the water. Brilliant. Is that the coal? No, that's the stone I'm doing now. Here's the coal. Yeah, I assume that was a good solution, and boy, was it not a good solution. Let's see. No. What am I after? I want to see if there's any upgrades I can do to my power. I don't think there is, because I think I need reds, don't I? So I can't do the core. I haven't even made steel yet. No. Energy circuit 2, yeah, it needs red. Annoying, isn't that? Yeah, that's red as well. Okay. Okay. We'll just let it charge up a little bit then. Well, first play, I did all my buildings in my replicator, and it took some time to keep making them. Now everything is automated like it should be, yeah. Yeah, the replicator is quite quick in this game. It's sort of, it isn't an unviable way to do it, particularly if you make like the component stuff. It's not actually that bad. Right, so where were we? So if we make... I shouldn't fly, really, because that really drains out of you, but we're so slow at the moment. Let's just get over this bit of water. There we go. Right, so... we need to set these as... stone. Now, can I can copy and paste that, can I? No, it's, what is it? It's like the, yeah, there we go. There we go. So obviously I do, you know, I want to build more of them, but I, you know, I haven't actually got, this is the main thing. I'm hoping the whole blueprinting and shift copy, shift paste will stop or alleviate. They all hooked up? Yeah. Is the old RSI inducing so if we loop this back around here and I get rid of this laddie, is it delete or is it D? No, what's the oh, it's X, isn't it? That's right. Okay. Copy paste that. Oh. Empty blue. How do you mean empty blue? Oh, Mike's in short. When you say empty blueprints, you mean as in these ones? Can you edit blueprints without actually copying and pasting stuff then? Because I know you can do the books, and you can put things in the books, which I like, you know, a bit like Factory, but it looks a little more sensible from what I can see. Can I move that? Oh. How do I move something into a blueprint book? Because presumably that, I mean, presumably that's just like a folder or something in the save file. There's nothing set up, only the number of components you need and how many products you get. Okay. Okay. Because if I do empty blueprint, okay, so you can put things on like a list like this. You mean? Or, oh no, that's just a picture, isn't it? Show Explorer. Oh, show in Explorer. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Oh, what, you can edit these directly, can you? And it'll cope with it. Oh, blimey. That looks like gibberish to me. Yeah, it's just an icon. On many sites you can find some interesting ones and just try them on your game. Oh, right, so you mean just copy them in there and then you've got them, sort of thing. Ah, right. Yeah, it seems like a very good idea. A very simple way of doing it. So they've obviously gone similar. I mean, you would have to, wouldn't you? Because you couldn't have it as a system of it just types out, you know, what's in it and where. It would be horribly inefficient. So it's obviously got a translating script, as it were. But yeah. Okay. I get rid of these. So, but how do you put? If you do show an Explorer, and then what? If I was to drag that in there, would this cope? Yeah. So it's literally just a reference. It's obviously just a graphical representation of Windows Explorer, basically. This view. Okay. It's very useful, thank you. That's learning so much. Right, so what we're doing. So we want to make a few smelters, which are iron plate, which we've got, circuits, oops, stone. Yeah, we've got all of that now. So if I leave a little bit of space. So no, I'm not any fussed. You know, this is not efficient. It's very much just it's going to make stuff while I'm away doing other things type approach. Right, so we want iron plate. Some of them, and some of them. So we can then put them. In fact, I can make storages now, can't I? So we might as well put them there. And we want an output. And then, I don't know, a couple of stacks or something. And then another one here, in which case let's move that over like that. And we'll get that to make. Where are storage boxes? There are storage boxes. And that needs iron plate. And stone. I'll get some more power on the go. I'll put that there. You're going to power everything? You're going to power everything. Brilliant. Yeah, it's very simple and good. Yeah. It's interesting, you see, when... Because it's that thing of, how to put it, in how innovation works, in that most innovations aren't really new ideas. You know, they're, you know, basically someone identifying a problem with the current solution and going, well, how can I make that better? Or, you know, I don't think that's a logical way of doing it, you know, and I think this is a better way of doing it, or maybe if we use that idea here and that sort of thing. And it's kind of fascinating that I should go and find some more coal, shouldn't I? Because we are eating through that like Billio. Where was the coal? So it's that thing of, is this the coal? That's the coal there. I should turn it into graphite rods now, really, now that I can do that. But anyway, yeah, that you sort of refine things. And you often find that almost the person who invented it is kind of, they couldn't come up with the better way of doing it, if you see what I mean. So, you know, it's like the inventor is not necessarily the best person to improve something. It's someone who actually uses it and you know, knows what the problems are really and can see past a sort of, almost see past it as a dogmatic way of doing it. So in other words, you know, Woob aren't necessarily the best way, because it's clearly been heavily inspired by Factorio, and so Woob aren't necessarily the, you know, the best people to come up with the best solution necessarily to a particular problem. So their blueprinting system is okay, but you know, things like the simple text files you can just, you know, upload and transfer is you know, a better idea. Oh, I don't want to do that, do I? What am I doing? So there must be something else. There was something else I can make. I could obviously make them now, in theory, because we could make these boys. I would have to set up glass and prism, though. Okay. Wasn't there something else that would be very useful? Oh, thermal. Yeah, we'll make some of them. Let's just leave it there. A bit of room. I'm just very aware that I'm about to hit a lake, basically, and I can't sort of double back. Right. So if we get this to make power generator, oh, we can also make. Oh, I can't make. Well, I can make solar panels because I do have some. I can make silicon, can't I? In a very crude way. So we want, what do we want? We want the old magnets, we want the old things there, we want iron plate, I want cogs, which I'm doing locally, so where's my cog machine? There it is. There's my cog machine. Pop some more power in. Cool. And then we want some of them. Pop that there. Up to there. Oh, I don't really need 2 stacks, do I? Okay. Oh. Most people say it's a factory and satisfactory fusion. Yeah, yeah. I sort of, I mean, I've kind of got a series of all 3 on the go. I mean, I've just started this one, but I've got Factorio series where I'm trying to do a mega base at the weekends. Because I played like 2,000 hours, but I've never made a mega base, so I'm trying to make like 5,000 science per minute mega base at the weekends. But I've also got a series going on Fridays of Satisfactory. And I wouldn't say I wasn't enjoying it or anything like that. I was enjoying the game, but it only really properly clicked for me like very recently. And the reason it clicked was more to do with the fact that I kind of, how to put it, I might just plop that solar panel down. Okay. The 300, did they always stack to 300? I thought it was 200. Like the aesthetic side of it, so actually building, right, I've got some of them now, that's good. Like proper factories in a sense. I bet you're very slow because of stone, aren't you? So we might as well give you, because we've got some options there, might as well give you a bit more input. And yeah, but I've been struggling with the trains just at the moment. It's sort of well, it's a monorail technically. It's not a train really, but I don't know. I'm finding it a bit horrendous. Because the big advantage with this game as well, and this, it's the good thing they've done, is the top-down view in Factorio and this game as well. And obviously this has the advantage because it's a proper 3D game. You can do whatever you want in terms of looking zoomed in and zoomed out and whatever. But obviously Factorio, it's top-down and it's fixed, rigid view. And once you know that an assembly machine is a 3x3 square, it's very easy to plan things out. Really, I know spaghetti is a problem for most players, but yeah, it's easy to plan things out. Whereas with Satisfactory, because it's very 3D, like proper first-person 3D, something like the train system where everything is huge is really difficult to plan out. And I know there's the jetpack and stuff now, and you've got the towers and stuff, but the towers are horrible. I find them horrible to use. And it's like you're sort of too close to everything in Satisfactory. It can be quite difficult. And also they've got no blueprint system whatsoever. And setting up factories where basically you're laying down the exact same thing over and over again, because it does the whole production ramping up thing, and it's like it just goes nuts. That some of the components need insane amounts of stuff, really, given that you've got to hand build it all. And other things make no sense as to why they're so simple. So like you meet like the floors and stuff are just like a few bits of concrete, even though they don't look anything like concrete. But then some of the components are just nuts in the amount of things they need. I say, and I was starting to get a bit sort of annoyed with it, I guess, would be the phrase. But then I started building an actual factory and thinking about it in terms of well, what I did was I unlocked all of the, I think it basically calls them cosmetics, but like the wall variations and the floor variations and all that sort of stuff. And suddenly it clicked for me, and it was like, right, well, let's build something that looks like an actual factory. And that was, I really started enjoying that. Yeah, I like DSP more because it has the interstellar travel logistics that give it insane scale. Yeah, I mean, have you done? Because what I did when I played it through, I was actually surprised that when I won the game, in the sense of, you know, because you do that final research. What does it call it? This one up here, mission. I mean, it literally calls it mission completed. I did that, and I hadn't even really. Well, you don't even need to actually build a Dyson Sphere to finish the game because of, you know, because you can get the photons from the, you know, using your power from your Dyson Swarm. So you don't really even need to build a Dyson Sphere. And when I mean, I started building it because that's what the game's called. But mine had only like 2 layers on it, and I finished the game, and it was like, oh, that seems a bit sort of anticlimactic, in the sense that, you know, it's called Dyson Sphere Program, and you don't actually really even have to build a Dyson Sphere to do it. And obviously it gives you those artificial stars, and it's like you don't even need to power planets with, you know, with Dyson Spheres, really. Which I don't know if you know the sort of, because Freeman, you know, the Freeman Dyson, when because he came, you know, obviously came up with it, and he never thought of it as a good idea. And if you think of, and you know, if you look at the proper maths of a Dyson Sphere, you basically have to turn an entire solar system into the material of a Dyson Sphere, and it's like, that's an enormous amount of work for something that's not actually all that particularly useful. You know, not when you can do like nuclear fusion and stuff yourself, like an artificial star, you see. And it's like, I don't know if this is like a sly version of that, you know, point that it's a bit of a silly idea, really. But anyway, what I was going to say is, have you actually done? So you've built. I mean, have you done multiple Dyson Spheres in, you know, in multiple systems and that sort of thing? I mean, how big can you go and the game still, you know, work, as it were? Because I know Neil has got a series going on where, oh, maybe he's finished it now, but he was doing, you know, thousands and thousands of science per minute, and I don't know how big you can actually go, because obviously, you know, the solar system has loads and loads of stars in it, or the chunk of the solar system, not solar system, the galaxy that we're in, has loads and loads of stars in it. But I don't know if it's actually practical to mine everything. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Right, so what do I actually want to do next? Because I'm tempted to start setting up some power, because we've got loads of coal just here. Oh, that's stone, that's not coal. But the other thing I would quite like to do is set up some actual landfill. Yeah, I think we'll go back to this thing over here, because it's only just over here. Because I set these up for sort of personal, you know, personal production at the very beginning. So if we add on, or I add on, a bit of steel production type of thing. Yeah. So if we grab another one of them. In fact, haven't I just made a load of them? No, I'm not making assemblers. Why am I not making assemblers? Am I not making assemblers? No. Do I need something special for assemblers? No. Why am I not making them then? Alright, let's make them then. And then we'll go and set up some steel and stuff. Right, so assemblers are just... I must be making these, surely. Miners. No, I obviously that's not. That was obviously what I was gonna do. first thing this episode after my last stream, and I forgot. Right. So we need iron plate. We need cogs as well, but we got them there, so I might as well chuck them in like that. And in fact, can I move that closer? Oh, you see, I keep trying to use the copy and paste like the picker tool. Oh, that's... Don't do that. Do that. So you've got iron plate, gear wheels. So you don't want stone, and you don't want magnetic coils, do you? You want what? You want circuits. So we can grab that though. No? Yes. Like that. Cool. So we're now actually making assemblers. This early access game, I think we are missing many things, or so I hope so. But to do artificial star, you need to have a Dyson Sphere. Oh, do you? I don't. I mean, because I obviously built it after I had a artificial. Is that because you need? I can't remember what's even in it. Is that because you need? Are you sure about that? Because I remember thinking it was sort of redundant, basically. Because you need the that basically the photons and antiphotons, but can't you make them from Dyson swarms rather than Dyson spheres? Obviously, Dyson swarms are not efficient because your solar panels are dying. But I thought you could actually get power from the Dyson swarm, that get the the transfer thing. This one, no, not that one. The ray receiver could be powered from a Dyson swarm, and then you can make everything you need. You don't technically need a Dyson Sphere to make them. It's obviously more efficient, but so I don't think you technically need it. But I may well be wrong, or they may have changed it. I mean, the other thing that's coming in, I do know, and they have said, is combat. And I don't know if that's what this is meant to be. This is meant to be the combat tech tree. Because one of the things, because if you notice, it comes out of the plasma control. So I wonder if we're going to get plasma weapons. Because there is meant to be some form of combat in the game. I have to confess, I'm a bit torn on whether that's a good idea. I don't know that I kind of want combat in the game. The other thing, I really don't know how that would work, because you don't want maybe you don't want it like aliens on the planets, because that would just get tedious, because the planets are weirdly tiny, really, or the mech is weirdly huge. But if there were aliens on the planets, that would be a bit tedious. If they're some form of, race that doesn't want you, that is opposed to you turning the planets just into, strip mining the planets, basically. Why? I don't know, because there's nothing on the planets that, apart from trees, that's alive. But if they're trying to stop you, then they would either be attacking the planet and destroying your stuff. So you would need to have shooty, like anti-air, defenses. Maybe that would be interesting. I don't know. It feels a bit sort of artificial in a sense. Or they're going to be attacking your ships in transit, and that's going to get really tedious because I say one of the things with having the gigantic solar, chunk of the galaxy. You can have ships going, from one end of your bit of the galaxy to the other, and it's like, well, your ships could be halfway, well, literally, like 10 minutes flight away, and if you have to go and intervene, that doesn't seem to make sense to me. So, I say I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do with the thing. I mean, it's called accelerant, so it could be their equivalent of like beacons and modules. I suppose is the other option, but I say they have said that combat is meant to be in the game in some form. Oh, I don't know why my Moobot chimed in. It never works usually. Antimatter fuel rods. Yeah, you can get power just from Dyson frame. Yeah. I say it's sort of. I was a bit sort of. I mean, you don't want to run it with Dyson Swarm because it's you're basically just wasting resources, and the Dyson Sphere is much more efficient, etc., etc. But I had a bunch of these, and I was like, well, this is how I would power a planet if I was setting one up in another solar system again, rather than build an entire Dyson Sphere again. Because I mean, I suppose to some extent it's my my interpretation of what the point of a Dyson Sphere is, which is capturing the entire energy from the sun. That's kind of what it's for, as it were, in my in my head, as it were. And so having this sort of mission, and I know there's the infinite researchers and all that sort of stuff, but having that sort of thing, it's sort of, and that you could achieve it without really building an entire Dyson Sphere. It seemed a bit sort of anticlimactic. I know we get aliens of some sort, but the smart way would be make it optional, simple as that. Because some people might enjoy that or hate it, and just let's choose. Yeah, yes, I mean absolutely. If it becomes a mandatory thing, I'll learn to cope, sort of thing. But I may not be particularly interested in playing that because what I found with I enjoy the combat in Factorio, not so much in Satisfactory. It's a bit too janky, to be honest with you. But I don't mind it in that. But I say now doing this like Mega Base series, that it just becomes so tedious clearing out aliens, and they are no challenge to you whatsoever. So yeah, some sort of way of. I mean, it'd be good, I suppose, if it was like a definite, threat that ended, that you could basically wipe out the aliens, and they were gone. Then, I think that would be how I would want to see it work. I mean, it could be something funky like they live in the because every seed has like a black hole, so maybe they live in the black hole system, and you have to fight your way to them and destroy their base or whatever, and then they're gone, and you can just get on with playing the rest of the game maybe. Or you can leave them and it's just a constant annoyance or something like that. But I'd rather have it be something where you can definitively get rid of play with them, and then get rid of them at some point. I mean, obviously there'd be console commands and mods and stuff, but yeah. So anyway, what am I doing? I am going to make a little bit of steel. Is that too close? Collide with other object. Brilliant. Let's get rid of that then. So if we make just a little bit of steel for personal consumption, basically, so that I've got some. And make a bit more than that, I think. What else can we make that I have unlocked now? Oops, that's a bit too far away. Like that. So that gets me a bit of steel. There's something else that... Oh, I guess there's the whole prism thing. And we could start making energetic graphite. I'm making motors at the other place. And then plasma exciters. Oh, okay. Where's my... Here we go. So... what we can do here, I guess, is maybe what? Maybe take this, I don't know, this way, and then we can... In fact, why have I got two of them? No, let's do a separate bit. But I'll just do that, and we want that to be glass. Seem to remember the ratio is kind of horrible on these, isn't it? Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah, so that's not brilliant. So, aren't these made in one of these? Yeah. So if we just have... Oops. No, that's too close, isn't it? Well, I bet that's too close as well. Yeah. Oh, dear. No. Okay. Let's see if we can't do that again. So that was too close. That one's going to be too close now. And chest. That. Bit of that. Bit of that. One of them. And one of them. Cap that to a couple. Cool, so that gets me some of them. And we could then make some of them. We should make them over at the other place, I guess. Can also make, isn't it? Do you? I can't remember. Don't you smelt stone into? Don't we make silicon by smelting stone? No, in a crude way. So why does it do that when it's still got the copy on it? How do I clear it? Right, so isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Oh no, we need... Oh, that's right, you make the silicon ore. And there's two... Yeah, okay. So basically, we want one of them and one of them. Bet that's too close. And then, well, let's try it. Try my shortcuts. Yeah. And then that we can make some silicon. And pop that in there. That in there. That there. That. That's capped at 2. Yeah, okay, so they'll chug away, make a few extra ones. You can capture the energy, but it's inefficient because the amount of it is insane. Other option is to use accumulators to transfer energy around, or second option, the one we used, just make antimatter fuel rods and send them around the galaxy to power things. Other way we use the sun energy with Dyson Sphere technology. Yeah, so I say it's sort of, I mean, it's good in a way. I'm not saying, you know, I don't mean that in a sense. Don't mean what I was saying in the sense of it's wrong or bad or, you know, whatever. It's more that I was surprised basically that you kind of didn't need a Dyson Sphere, but it's actually good that you've got all sorts of options for doing things. I think that's yeah, it's kind of a hallmark really of, you know, good building type games is they give you lots of options for doing things. But say it was just more my surprise of, oh wait, so I don't actually need to build a full Dyson Sphere to win this game. And as it turns out, no. But that's, I say that's not, it's not meant as a criticism. It's just more a surprise thing on my part, really. Right, so I think we should go and set up a better graphite production wherever the heck I've put the coal. It's somewhere nearby, is that it? Yeah, so we will change this into a bit of graphite production. Which is north? Where's north? So that's north. That way. So this must be... I guess I could hand make a little bit of landfill. Have I researched that? There it is. Oh no, I need the steel, don't I? Let's go get whatever steel we've made so far. Won't be a lot, but say I just need it for personal bits and pieces just at the moment, so we can get going. Let's make a few of them because it's quite hungry for it. Where am I going? Oh, it's literally just there. Right, so because what I'm thinking is I'll just literally turn it round, basically turn the belt round. Oh, I can't remember how you do this. I know you can do it one by one. I think there is a way of doing it en masse, but I can't remember what it is. That. How much did I actually put in here? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's not a problem. And then maybe a bit more capacity here. Something like that. Oh. Doopy-doopy-doo. Right, let them do all of that. Get one in there. Cool. Right. Yeah. So I don't in any way mean what I was saying as a criticism. So it's kind of my. I'm afraid it's sort of my my thing in a sense, in that I moan about stuff that I love. So it's sort of it sounds like I'm just ragging on it sometimes, but it's really not meant in that way at all.
Foundation.
Oh.
A terrain leveling tool. Yet we cannot use it to change the planetary landforms at will. We can only level the surface to ground zero. If the foundation is used for high grounds, it will gain soil pile. On the contrary, if it is used on the ocean or low-lying areas, it must consume soil pile. When installing the foundation, either choose a kind of decoration or without decoration, even only surface leveling.
Yeah, basically you can put foundation down. Oh,
insufficient required items.
Oh, what have
you
I
can
run
click
out?
the replicator button at the bottom right of the screen to open the panel and manually replicate these items.
So have I literally used it all up? Crikey. Let's take it down to... I know you can do... In fact, what I normally do. Because I'm not doing the colours, but it'll do the landfill. If we just plop in the old random one. I've forgotten how hungry it really was. Right. Do that there. We have same problem. I built awesome antimatter fuel rod production. I have like 2 petajoules in reserve and have nothing to do with it. Yeah. It's I say it does need some tweaks. I think that's why, because they introduce that thing where it's like it's basically like a leaderboard where you can complain. Freudian slip there. You can compare yourself to other players. I think is the idea, and I think that's probably their. Obviously, there's the white science and all that sort of stuff. But I think that might be their version of. Can't I get 5? I seem to remember. Let's have a look. Of no, because that's not going to be powered, is it? Is it 4 then? I know it's not very many with these. Yeah, that's okay. In fact, I might, because there's lots of coal there. We might be better off if I move them back. We'll do a double row. A feed in. Put that there. Can't I drag build now? Oh, there you go, yeah. Perfect. Not sure I can sustain this many graphites because it's 1 per second, isn't it? And these deliver 6 per second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I can't actually sustain that many. But we've got a high level built at some point, so that's fine. And then if I do that, set that one. If I do a shift click on that, it pulls the inserters over, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. So we'll use that in a minute. And I think, because this is more for this is a bit of basic power production to avoid having to build a bajillion. I don't like the whole, when people do the solar belt, and I don't like doing them. I suppose it's easier now that you've got the copy and paste, but I'm not really a fan of that, mainly because of it. Like, it's very restrictive for building, because it just gets in the way. Right, what happened there? There we go. Endpoint, blah de blah. I'm trapped. I'm stuck. So let's just take this around somewhere here. Take it out of the way. Like that. And then I should have some of these boys. Stick a few of these on.
A thermal power station.
A thermal power station.
Need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Not a fan of solar belt. Also, I go wind at first and then switch to power plants. Yeah, so I mean, it's probably what I should have done, because in fact, thinking about it, it would be the reason I didn't instantly do it, because what I normally do, isn't there a way of showing the grid from here? Do I have to? I get about now. Do that. No, it doesn't show it. But basically, because there's the prime meridians, basically, your like 0 GMT, 0 on the planet. where it's continuous. And what I did, you know, my first playthrough, first planet, is I just went up these basically. So, because you can put them exactly the same distance apart, and I just went up and down the meridians, and it's quite a useful way of dividing up the planet, I think. But I found it massively tedious. But I guess now that there is, you know, a copy and paste system, what do we use now? You see, that's what I find a little bit annoying. How do you what's the? Because I just want to, you know, do it in a modular way, like Factorio. Because I can't. Yeah. But yeah, you could blueprint all of that out, really, couldn't you? Thinking about it. But I've just instantly linked to this because I know it's less tedious to put down. But if we got that system going, you know, on the go now, I suppose I should work something out, really. Unless it's not, I mean, it's probably pretty damn obvious. I've not really planned this series out, really. In all honesty, I'm not entirely sure it's a series because I just want to learn about the blueprints and stuff. And because, you know, I have played it through, I sort of already know. Oh, I forgot to do that. Inserters on this side, didn't I? Or exerters, I guess. But it's more just me playing about, if you see what I mean. Go to the build menu. I mean, I guess I will, you know, I probably will do it as a series, but I say, because there's a lot more to come, so it's sort of, I'm not too fussed if I learn what I need to learn, as it were. That is very useful, I will say. Yeah, I like that. Cool. And what I can also do now is set up a little... oh, I haven't made any, have I? Have I got enough stuff? Little charging station. Somewhere. Oh, you can drag to copy stuff. Okay. Let's just... I'm going to say... let's experiment with that. So... if I... will it... is there a way of... can you hold like control or something as well and it'll do the belts? No? Or alt as well maybe? Oh, don't look like it. No belts are separate, okay. Oh, it's not too much of a problem, it's just... I sometimes think that the I've put those belts the wrong way around, haven't I? I've kind of got a bit spoilt in, and apology, I don't know if you've played Factorio, maybe you hate Factorio, I don't know, but it's kind of my favourite game of all time. But like copy and paste has spoilt me a bit in Factorio because it's just so easy. So if well, let's plot one down. So if I do that, I know I can do that. Oh, right, and it takes the things as well. But you're saying if I plot one of these on, you see that I don't get. Why is it remembering it still? And how do I? What's the key to like cancel it? Because I can't. Because it's remembering the inserters, which is fine, but I know if I hit X it cancels it, but that's... dragging, you can use tab to have spaces between... yeah, I know say you can space them out, can't you? To be able to put power poles in and, you know, allow for extra belts and whatever. It says on the side menu, the menu what to press to remove sorters. Drag to plural construct, confirm to construct. Oh, it's, what the heck is that? Is that false? Is that comma? No. Oh, right. It's okay. Right, okay. So if we had a bunch of them, then we can copy that and drag that across. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I think I prefer this, and maybe it's just because I don't understand the blueprinting, but this seems better than... I don't know why I've slapped millions of those in, other than just I'm messing about, but this seems better than the... In fact, there's one too many, isn't there? Oh. Better than the actual blueprinting. Not into... I mean, obviously the usefulness of the blueprinting is more general. But I think this is more... I say, it's more similar to copy and paste, really. Which I say I've sort of gotten so used to and enjoy and like so much that yeah, worried about a bit spoiled by it. Oh, you can drag them as well. Okay. Can you drag these? Let's see how that works. Oh, you can. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's a bit of a game changer. Let's put them as close, obviously. Let's put them as close as it can, sort of thing. Okay. We might have to do that then, or I might have to do that then. Because I find these particularly useful more for dividing the planet up than actual as a like viable and useful way of doing it, because the planet is so sort of generic that I generally struggle to find stuff, and that's to say I would quite like a pinning system where you can put the equivalent of your... Well, it would actually be like Satisfactory's beacons, where you can just slap in a beacon and say, right, this is where my, you know, coal power is. This is where my, you know, whatever. Because some of them, a lot of the time, you know, you're using the same sorts of smelty buildings and, you know, production buildings that you can't really tell what's going on. And also the resources, particularly at night time, they just disappear. So it could be anything in there, and I can't really see it. But yeah, that's a bit of a game changer then, if it lets you just drag and... Because it then gives you, like, identifiable quadrants, and also I tended to find it very useful to fly along them. You know, so you can fly along these and say, right, well, I know I need to go down here, along the equator, and then up the next one, and that's where my next, you know, silicon is to process or whatever. Okay, I like that idea. Cool. What's the... Oh. Oh, is it not that? I suppose they're not connected, are they? Right. How many have I actually got? I've only got 30... No, I got 80 on me. Okay. Let's go and find a pole. Yeah, of course, there's the coloured foundations now, aren't there? I'd forgotten about that. That's a lot of foundation to make, though. Where's the pole? Yeah. In fact, let's give that a go. I don't think I've even ever tried that. So how do we... How do we do colours then? Main foundation, decoration. All right, so that's the one where it looks different, isn't there? Or is it a research I have to look? Yeah, soil's a pain in the bum. I remember going round with like at one point I was going round with you know, just a box basically, and like sticking it down to pick up all the you know, to flatten out the terrain in a very cheap way, and you know, to get all the soil. How do I do the colours? Or is that is that a research you have to unlock? What are we doing? So we're doing that. That's the... Oh, there we go. So it's you hit the checkerboard pattern. Custom. Oh, you do custom colours, can you? Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can literally do a full-on RGB colour system. So you're not limited to, you know, just... Well, that's the rainbow, basically, isn't it? But that would be very useful. Should I just plop one down and see what it looks like? Let's pop a purple one down. Oh, it's very deep purple, that one. Okay. So yeah, so identify areas of your planet or, you know, key bits by sticking some of them down. Ha ha ha. So we could... How well do they show up in the dark, though? I imagine they're not particularly bright, are they? I'm actually going to... Sorry, so I only stream for a couple of hours when most of my sessions, because, well, like today it's after work, basically, and I need to go and get some dinner. But yeah, it's been incredibly useful. Playing Liaise is extremely useful. Oh, it's not unseeable in the dark, is it? I mean, it's not brilliant. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, so I say I streamed for a couple of hours. Started at 5 o'clock today, so I'm gonna knock off in a couple of minutes. I guess I should do the whole thing of if you wanted to watch me play next Friday or whatever, then a follow would very much be appreciated. But don't feel you need to. It's just supposed to do that sort of thing. Basically, I will be back next Friday or this Friday to play a bit of Satisfactory. I'm gonna see what I can do with these actually, because we can stick these along the... In fact, let's go and find the equator. I need to landfill this really though, then, don't I? Let's just find the equator and see what it does. About to run out of power. So this is the equator. But yeah, so I'll be back on Friday streaming some Satisfactory. And then my main series is a Factorio playthrough, where I'm trying to build a mega base. Is that the equator? Looks like it. And that I do on Saturday and Sunday. Slightly longer streams then, about 3 hours or so. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That is incredibly useful. Yeah, so this series we're back on next Monday. Divided section, you can move foundation in different colours. Cheap to make. Soil is more of a game. Well, maybe when it's in big plot, you can see better. Game changer. Yeah, say it's I really like that. I say this is awesome, because that was so tedious laying them out, because it was like the particular thing with the I mean, the advantage with the old solar panels is obviously they literally tile next to each other. But these, of course, they have that clearance. So I ended up counting, because it's like 9, is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you just go up counting, sticking them in, basically. And it took hours and hours and hours. But, you know, just being able to drag them up, that's awesome. Okay, yeah. So, as I say, it's been an education. Thank you very much for the the advice, the tips, the hints, etc., etc. I, as I say, will be back next Monday to stream this, same sort of time, and next stream will be Satisfactory on Friday. I also have a YouTube channel where basically all of my VODs and are archived. It's just my username Trismegistus, but it is alias to Triggles. So if you wanted to, or anyone watching this, if you wanted to check any of my series, you can go there. They're all unedited at the moment, just raw VODs. The Factorio series, I would say, is really good as a playthrough up to about episode 20-ish, when I launch a rocket, and then it goes into more me learning how to do mega basing, because I say it's not something I've done before. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining me, and I hope I'll see you in the future. And I will. Oh, so thanks for the follow. Playing the Axis. It still makes me jump. That it plays a little noise. I don't know if it ever comes through on the stream, but it plays a little noise, and it always makes me jump. Cool. Yeah. So I say thank you very much for joining me, and hope to catch you in another one. And have a good evening. See you later. Bye bye. Why can't I? There we go. My button's not working. Okay, let's do it a different way. There we go.